Old, outdated tools can turn every project into a struggle, eating up your time and energy when you least need it. The good news? This year, industry leaders like Milwaukee, Dewalt, Kreg, Makita, Wera, and Knipex have stepped up with impressive new releases that raise the bar on performance, convenience, and innovation. Whether you're working a demanding job site or fine-tuning your workshop setup, there's something in this lineup built for you. In this video, we're breaking down the latest tools hitting the market, explaining exactly what sets each one apart and why it might deserve a spot in your kit. Stay with us, because this is one seriously impressive collection. Let's kick things off with Knipex and Wera and explore the new additions they've brought to job sites everywhere. Some plumbing jobs hide their fittings in places standard pliers were never designed to reach, deep inside wall cavities, tucked behind pipes, or buried in mechanical chases. The Knipex Cobra ES was engineered specifically for those situations. Its extra slim, elongated jaw profile gives access to confined spaces, where bulkier tools simply bottom out. The familiar push-button adjustment lets you resize the jaw quickly, right on the workpiece, without fumbling. Hardened gripping teeth provide a secure bite on both round and flat surfaces, minimizing the risk of slipping under pressure. The narrow head clears obstacles that would stop a conventional plier in its tracks. Plumbers and maintenance professionals will find this particularly useful when dealing with compression fittings or shutoff valves that are nearly impossible to reach without tearing apart surrounding structures. Ergonomic handles reduce strain during longer sessions. It carries the grip strength you expect from quality water pump pliers, while adding the reach and access that tight jobs demand. When space is scarce and grip reliability is non-negotiable, this tool keeps frustration in check. Nothing kills workflow faster than rooting around in a cluttered tool bag searching for a missing bit. The Wera GoBox bit sets take that frustration off the table entirely. The GoBox system holds every bit securely in a purpose-built compact case, while still keeping them instantly accessible when you need to switch quickly. Each bit is precision machined for a tight, accurate fit in fastener heads, which means less cam out and far less damage to screw slots. The steel construction is optimized for high torque environments and repeated heavy use, giving each bit a genuinely long service life. For technicians and installers constantly moving between locations, having an organized, reliable bit system is a real time saver. You stop wasting minutes searching and start spending them working. The compact case drops neatly into tool pouches or drawer organizers without taking up unnecessary space. It's a well-executed solution to a common problem: durable, precise, portable, and ready for everyday demanding fastening work. Now let's turn to Dewalt and take a closer look at the new gear they've recently added to their growing lineup. Conventional straight-body grinders hit their limits fast when you're working inside inchin compartments, steel framework, or tight cabinetry. The atomic right-angle die grinder was purpose-built to handle those confined environments. It belongs to Dewalt's compact Atomic family, drawing power from the 20-volt max battery platform and featuring a right-angle head that opens up access to areas a standard grinder simply cannot enter. A variable speed trigger puts you in command, whether you're polishing a surface, grinding down metal, or cleaning up burrs. The brushless motor maintains efficient performance while keeping the tool's footprint small and manageable. For automotive technicians and metal fabricators, that compact form factor is everything. Angles and cavities that used to require awkward manual work become manageable with this tool in hand. Fatigue drops, precision improves, and detailed tasks move faster. Raw power isn't the point here. Controlled, accurate performance in restricted spaces is exactly what this tool was designed to deliver. Sometimes a job calls for clean, dependable grinding power in the smallest possible package. The Atomic Die Grinder delivers exactly that, without overcomplicating things. It pairs a brushless motor with variable speed control and accepts standard quarter-inch attachments, making it compatible with a wide range of attachments already in your collection. Running on the 20-volt max platform, it strikes a solid balance between power output and runtime without adding unnecessary bulk. The slim grip profile gives you better command of the tool, especially during extended polishing sessions or metal preparation work. ditching the air compressor and hoses that pneumatic die grinders require, faster setup, and far greater mobility on site. For welders tidying up beadwork or contractors shaping metal components in the field, that cordless freedom translates directly into productivity gains. Manual tubing cutters get the job done, but after a full day of cutting packs or rubber hose repeatedly, the Dewalt DCE 180 was designed to solve both of those problems. Running on the 20-volt max platform, it powers through plastic tubing, PEX, and rubber hose with smooth, consistent cutting action that requires almost no hand effort. The blade system produces clean, straight cuts without crushing or deforming the pipe wall, which matters enormously in plumbing installations where a bad cut leads directly to a leaking joint. The compact body fits inside tight cabinet spaces and framing bays, and the trigger mechanism gives you steady, controlled cutting speed. Plumbers and HVAC installers get faster rough-ins and dramatically reduced hand fatigue over the course of a full workday. Instead of squeezing a manual cutter hundreds of times before lunch, you let the motor handle it and keep your momentum where it belongs. Next up is Kreg, with a couple of clever tools that bring real precision to detailed woodworking tasks.
Freehand hinge routing is one of those tasks where a single moment of inattention leaves you with a crooked hinge, an ugly gap, and a door that never quite closes right. The Kreg door hinge routing jig removes that uncertainty completely. Adjustable guides position the jig accurately on both the door and the frame, ensuring consistent mortise depth in placement across every hinge location. It accommodates standard hinge sizes, and the built-in indexing system handles spacing automatically, so you're not constantly re-measuring between cuts. Clamp it down, run your router, and pull away a clean pocket with crisp, straight edges. For remodelers hanging multiple interior doors in sequence, the time savings compound quickly. Costly, freehand mistakes, the kind that require filling, sanding, and repainting, simply stop happening. You get tight, accurate hinge fits from the very first cut. It's a straightforward jig, but it brings consistent, repeatable precision to one of the most detail-sensitive tasks any carpenter regularly faces. Keeping edge banding perfectly aligned and firmly pressed against plywood while adhesive cures is one of those tasks that sounds easy until you're actually doing it with two hands and no good way to apply even pressure. The Kreg edge band clamps were designed specifically to make that process reliable and hands-free. A wide, flat clamping face distributes pressure evenly across the banding surface, preventing the gaps and lifted edges that cause problems later. The screw mechanism allows precise pressure adjustment, so you apply exactly enough force to bond the veneer firmly without crushing delicate surfaces. Cabinet makers and DIY builders finishing plywood panels get cleaner edges and significantly less sanding after the glue dries. You stop improvising with tape and awkward makeshift setups and start getting consistent professional quality adhesion every time. It's not a glamorous tool, but it solves a genuinely common woodworking frustration with quiet efficiency. Better bonding, straighter alignment, and a cleaner final appearance make the difference between amateur and professional-looking results. Now let's jump into Makita's latest offerings and see what they've been developing. A broken bit mid-task is one of the more annoying interruptions in a workday, especially when you're driving fasteners at high volume. The Makita Impact Premier bit set is engineered to stay intact and accurate under the punishment that modern impact drivers deliver. Precision machined tips fit tightly into fastener recesses, reducing the cam out that damages both the bit and the screw head. The steel alloy used in construction is specifically chosen to absorb impact shock rather than transferring it directly to the tip, which is what causes premature failure in lower quality bits. For contractors powering through decking, framing, or cabinetry installations, that durability compounds over a full day's work. Fewer replacements means fewer interruptions and a smoother overall pace. Common driver sizes are included and organized so you're never searching at the wrong moment. It's a modest upgrade with noticeable daily returns, reliable performance that actually keeps up with the high output tools it's designed to work alongside. There are grinding applications where compact 18-volt tools start showing their limits under sustained load.
The Makita XGT die grinders move past those limits with 40-volt max power from the XGT platform, delivering RPM output in sustained torque suited for serious industrial and fabrication environments. Brushless motor technology keeps the drivetrain efficient, maintaining consistent speed even when you're pushing hard into material. Variable speed control lets you dial between aggressive stock removal and careful fine finishing without swapping tools. Electronic management systems monitor battery draw and protect the motor from thermal overload during extended heavy use. For metal fabricators and industrial tradespeople, the combination of cordless mobility and near-corded output is a genuinely significant advantage. Smoothing welds, preparing steel surfaces, or shaping components all become faster and less physically demanding. These grinders bring real muscle to the cordless category without asking you to sacrifice control or portability in the process. Working in crawl spaces, attics, or on evening jobs means fighting shadows constantly, usually with a flashlight jammed awkwardly under your arm. The Makita DML817 is a practical, well-thought-out solution for anyone already running the 18-volt LXT battery platform. Efficient LED technology produces bright, clear light that eliminates shadows over wiring, plumbing connections, and fine detail work. The pivoting head redirects illumination precisely where the task demands, rather than forcing you to reposition your whole body. The lightweight, compact form makes it easy to carry throughout the day without noticing it's there. Runtime is solid, particularly when paired with higher amp-hour packs, so you're rarely interrupted by a dead battery mid-task. Electricians, service technicians, and remodelers working in dim or enclosed spaces get safer, clearer visibility that simply makes careful work faster and more accurate. It's an uncomplicated, dependable lighting that earns its place on a real working tool belt. Now let's move ahead to the rest of Wera's fresh lineup.
The Wera Joker 6007 eliminates that search with a self-adjusting jaw that automatically conforms to different fastener sizes within its working range. One tool replaces several fixed wrenches in the most common size brackets. A built-in ratcheting function lets you drive hardware continuously without lifting and repositioning the wrench after every swing, which speeds up both tightening and removal considerably. The slim head profile fits into clearances where standard wrenches won't enter, and the gripping geometry helps catch worn or rounded bolt heads that would defeat a conventional open-end wrench. For mechanics and equipment installers, the practical result is less time sorting through a wrench roll and more time actually completing the work. Versatility, grip performance, and genuine job site usefulness make this one of the more thoughtfully designed hand tools in the current Wera range. Over-tightened bolts crack housings, stretch threads, and create warranty headaches. The Wera Click Torque Lock Wrench takes the guesswork out of critical fastening applications entirely. A clearly marked adjustment scale lets you dial your target torque value with precision before you start. Once that value is reached during tightening, an audible and tactile click signals you to stop, preventing any excess force from being applied. The lock mechanism secures your selected setting so it won't drift between fasteners. Internal construction is designed to maintain calibration accuracy through repeated use cycles. For technicians assembling engines, suspension components, or sensitive equipment, that consistency is the difference between a reliable build and a comeback repair. Controlled, measurable torque application replaces guesswork and protects both components and professional reputations. Any serious tradesperson working with torque-sensitive hardware will find this a trustworthy, practical daily tool. Working around live electrical systems demands equipment that meets the highest safety standards without slowing you down. The Wera Safe Torque Speed VDE screwdriver is engineered from the ground up for insulated electrical work. Full VDE certification confirms protection against contact with systems operating up to 1,000 volts, giving electricians genuine confidence rather than just assumed safety. A built-in torque limiting function prevents over-tightening at terminal connections, where excess force can damage wiring or create intermittent faults. The speed function enables rapid spinning during installation, cutting the time spent on repetitive fastening tasks significantly. Insulated handle construction delivers solid grip and control even through work gloves, which is often a sticking point with electrical hand tools. For panel work, industrial wiring, or any energized installation environment, this combines protection, torque discipline, and working speed in a single, well-built tool. It's designed for electricians who take both compliance and efficiency seriously every day. And finally, let's close out with Milwaukee's latest contributions that affects air quality, tool longevity, and cleanup time simultaneously. The M18 Nexus 23L L-Class vacuum addresses all three without adding a tangle of cords to your workspace. Fully cordless on the M18 platform, it delivers airflow strong enough to meet L-Class dust extraction standards across a 23-liter tank capacity, large enough to sustain serious cutting or grinding sessions without constant emptying. An automatic filter cleaning system maintains consistent suction as debris accumulates, so performance doesn't gradually degrade through a long work session. The tool trigger feature activates the vacuum automatically when your connected power tool starts, saving both battery life and the step of switching it on manually. For finish carpenters, remodelers, and anyone working in occupied spaces, keeping fine particles under control is non-negotiable. This vacuum is mobile enough to follow you around the job without fuss, and powerful enough to actually handle the debris a real workday generates. Where the Nexus handles general dust control, the M18 M-Class AC/DC dust extractor steps into environments where hazardous particle capture is a regulatory and safety requirement. M-Class certification means it captures fine, dangerous particulates, including silica dust generated by cutting, tile, or masonry, the kind of material that causes serious long-term respiratory damage without proper extraction. The standout design decision is dual power capability. Plug into an outlet for unlimited runtime in a fixed workshop environment, or switch to M18 batteries when the job requires moving freely around a site. Both modes deliver full performance without compromise. Automatic filter cleaning, high airflow output, and integrated accessory storage round out a highly practical package. Contractors working in mixed environments, part fixed shop, part active site, get a single extractor that handles both scenarios professionally. It's a serious piece of equipment, built for tradespeople who can't afford to compromise on dust control, power availability, or job site mobility. A dead vehicle battery at the start of a workday is a costly, avoidable delay. The M18 Hotshot Jump Starter turns that emergency into a 2-minute fix using the same M18 batteries already powering your tools. High peak amp output handles large gasoline and diesel engines, including full-size trucks and heavier work vehicles, without hesitation. Unlike traditional jump packs with sealed internal batteries that slowly lose capacity over time, the Hotshot relies on your existing M18 packs, which means you always know exactly what charge level you're working with. Spark-proof clamp technology and reverse polarity protection manage the safety side automatically, reducing risk during what is often a stressful, hurried situation. Fleet managers, contractors with multiple vehicles, and anyone who regularly starts equipment that sits between uses will find this eliminates a recurring source of lost time. No waiting for roadside assistance, no separate charging system to maintain, just a fast, reliable restart using tools already on your truck. And that covers the newest releases from Milwaukee, Dewalt, Kreg, Makita, Wera, Knipex, and beyond. Drop a comment below and tell us which tools you're currently running and which ones you're leaving on the shelf. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, because every time something new and worth knowing about hits the market, we bring it straight to you.
Thanks for watching our video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share with your friends if you found our video helpful. Subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this.